me. I think I haven't added my picture. Great, you can see me. Let me know if you're here, if you can hear me, and if you can see me clearly. And also, I'd love to know where you're joining from. And if you're new to the group, introduce yourself and let us know what it is that you do. Social networking is what it's all about, and getting more visible so that more people can learn about your brand and what you're doing in the world. So I'm thrilled to share with you the 5 pillars of brand clarity. And we actually go in depth with this inside the Global Brand Academy. But I wanted to share this with you because I know that it is an area that a lot of entrepreneurs tell me they struggle with, like brand clarity. What is their brand about? What does it stand for? What does it represent in the market? Really understanding the pieces around who is your ideal client, and all of those key pieces that I know keep a lot of people stuck on their brand, and understanding how to define that in the market. So I want to just pull up and share screen here. Hopefully I'm able to share my screen with you. So I'm going to attempt to do this. I'm actually using a new platform, so please bear with me while I pull up a diagram that I want to share with you to be able to better go through this lesson on the 5 pillars of brand clarity. If you can share with me also, what aspects of your brand do you struggle with the most? Like, what are you having a challenge communicating to the market or having people see from your brand? A lot of people say to me that they're not sure how to communicate the value that they offer to clients, and that's something that they actually struggle with. So if that's something that you struggle with, or if it's your messaging, I would love to hear from you exactly what that is. So I'm gonna go ahead and share screen. Hopefully this will work. So one moment, ladies. So there we go. I think it's sharing my entire screen or application window. Again, this is my first time using this platform in a very long time. I've been using Zoom for the last few weeks, and I recently got back on StreamYard. And so to navigate this. Okay, so this is my diagram here. This is the 5 pillars of clarity when it comes to building a brand. And the first thing that you'll see here is the personal performance clarity. And personal performance clarity, as I always say, your brand is your love story. It is. If your business isn't performing well, you're not feeling good. If you're not receiving the amount of financial abundance that you desire, you don't feel good. So business, your brand is a love story that you're creating, and you want to create it in a way that it brings you joy. If you're in a relationship that's not bringing you joy, you're not going to want to be in that relationship. And so we want to make sure that your brand is reflecting that for you, and that it is allowing you to experience the joy and abundance that you truly desire. So personal performance clarity really starts off with you. A lot of times people build their business and then they try to create their life. And suddenly you're having to fit your life around your business. So I always talk about, really getting clear about what is it that you desire. How do you desire to create your brand? Do you see, I have this conversation with one of my business besties all the time. Like, do you see yourself working 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week, 5 hours a day? How do you see the dynamic of your business playing out? I think we've all been conditioned in many ways to believe that, you have to work around the clock if you have a business, and you're exhausted and you have no time for yourself, and you're wondering, like, how do I even find the balance? Or maybe you have so many, like, you're spinning so many plates that you're having a hard time focusing to really get the results that you need in your business. So remember, your brand is your love story. You get to decide what you do. And I just remember one of my business besties was saying to me, like, she wished she could do this in one of her programs in her business. I'm like, she's like, I can't do it because the program isn't structured that way. I'm like, it's your program. You created it. So why would you create something that you're not completely happy with? And a lot of times we think like we sacrifice the things that bring us joy in our business because you don't actually believe that people will buy that people actually want that, and they would be happy with it. So you're creating a lot of judgment around what is possible. And sometimes that's the very thing that your ideal client is looking for. In fact, that thing that you're afraid to bring into your brand or your business, your ideal clients are probably looking for it right now. And so get clear about what you want, because that's going to impact your performance in business. The second thing is purpose clarity. So one of the first exercises that I do with my clients, and we have a real dial-in process for that, is understanding your brand purpose. Understanding your brand why. Why are you here? What is the impact you're out to create? What are the experiences that you're out to create for clients beyond the products and services? And this really goes into creating a culture. We know today that people buy culture, they buy experiences, they buy brands that have a deeper meaning, a deeper value beyond the products and services that they're offering. You know, a lot of the women who work with me, these women are women who have a deep desire to create a lasting legacy. They want to make a bigger impact. It's not just about selling products and services. And being able to communicate that with your market, being able to communicate that as a key aspect of what your brand is doing very clearly and concisely. I say to my clients, you have to be able to do it in about no more than 5 words. Because the shorter, the sweeter the message, the more it's going to resonate with your ideal clients, the more they're going to rally behind that message and begin to use it as part of their own life philosophy as well. So getting clear on your brand purpose statement and communicating that clearly and concisely is key. And if you want more information on how we do this, I can share more details on the Global Brand Academy with you. The other aspect that you need to look at on this diagram here, we have prospect clarity. I always say understanding your ideal client at a deep and intimate level is going to make all the difference in how you create your offer and how you communicate your offer. Really getting a clear idea on exactly who you want to serve, and then creating the offer that that person is most likely that will serve that person at the highest level is key. So getting clear on your who and then what is it is really key. A lot of times you might be creating your offer and then defining the ideal client, but you need to create your ideal client and then really define the offer that's going to best serve that client. And that works very powerfully. When I first started my consultancy, you know, I did this in terms of really getting clear about, you know, who exactly do I want to serve first? Like, what really lights me up? Who's that ideal client that I feel the most joy providing my services to? And then I started to dig deep and see, well, what does that client actually need? And that enabled me to best understand how to serve that market. So that's really clear, and understanding your prospect clarity. And then, as I said, the pain points, like what are the gaps? What are the missing pieces? What are the areas that are unresolved for that person? What are the challenges that they're having right now that you are the absolute best person in the world to solve that problem for them? Like, you have to feel that you're the absolutely best person who can solve that. I know for sure the process that we use to build brands, many people aren't using. Like, they think of brands are just websites, logos, colors, etc. And because of the depth that we're able to go in our own brand building process, our clients are able to create phenomenal results, create a bigger presence in the world, get more media attention, be able to reach more ideal clients, sell their services at higher prices, because it goes beyond the superficial of just creating a pretty website or a beautiful image, but really having a powerful strategy that drives opportunity and really magnetizes the ideal client. I have a client who said to me, like, it was like magic. The moment we were able to create at that deeper level, clarifying the purpose, clarifying the prospect, and clarifying the pain point, And really the next one, which I have up here, the fifth pillar of positioning clarity, she said her ideal clients started to find her. You know, a lot of people say to me, I don't know where to find those clients. But when your brand is positioned correctly, when you have your purpose really clearly articulated, and you understand who your ideal client is and what they actually need, that alignment happens almost naturally. She said it was like magic. They started to find her, she started to find them, because there's clarity, there's no fog. They can see clearly that you are their next step, and they can see that you can see that they are your client, and they can see that you are their next step, and there is that synergy, that meeting of the minds. So really it is key. Now, positioning is the troublesome area for a lot of entrepreneurs, because positioning tends to be the part that, even, you know, I don't want you to be hard on yourself if you have a small business or you're a new entrepreneur, because positioning is something that even the biggest brands struggle with, right? Because positioning is not static. It's evolving as the market is shifting, as consumers are becoming more mature in the market and more understanding the products and service and having more options. Positioning can shift, and that's why your brand strategy isn't something that you create once in a lifetime and you'll forever have this strategy. It's about revisiting that and understanding how to best position yourself with the times, because the times aren't always the same, and sometimes you need to shift over because maybe what you're offering has evolved, or your ideal clients have evolved, or something has happened to make the market shift radically that requires you now shifting how you show up in the market to be able to communicate with what's on people's minds, what's on your ideal client's mind right now, right? So for us, for a lot of people, what's on their mind right now is building an online brand and being able to generate a very good revenue stream through their online business. So many of our clients, they come to us because they want to earn those 20K, 50K months. They want to be able to scale to that level. They want to be able to more than just make money, but reach more people, because they know absolutely they have an incredible gift, incredible product or offer that they want to be able to bring to more people. And so you have to be able to see, like, what do people want from you, given your niche, given your, and I always say go beyond niche. So when positioning, you don't want to go into a niche because there'll be other brands there, but finding your le créneau. So what is that unique hole? It doesn't have to be a big hole. It just has to be a profitable hole or gap in the market that you and only you can serve. At least you and only you can serve in that way. You know, I don't know many companies that are helping people uncover that it factor. A lot of people, they get a copywriter and they want to find out the nice words or how do I message, but they don't understand the deeper layer of their brand it factor and their archetypes and how to leverage that to create consistent messaging. And I think that's something that's very unique to the way that we develop brands at my atelier. And for you, you also have to find your own le créneau of how you're going to do things differently that will bring in that higher level client so that you can earn more, you can reach more people and make a bigger impact. So I thought I'd share those 5 pillars with you. You know, we spent at least 4 weeks on that in the Global Brand Creation Academy, because this is the foundation of building a brand. If you don't have the brand, the foundational clarity, then you will have that issue of the brand not being consistent and cohesive, not being able to communicate your message clearly and concisely, and all the key things that will enable you to bring in clients faster, more frequently, and at a much higher level. Clarity is queen, as I always say, and strategy is king. If there is clarity and you have a great strategy, you're going to get amazing results. If there isn't a lot of clarity, then the results are going to be either slow or stagnated, and you just won't be able to have the impact that you're looking for. But this is simple. You know, it's not something complicated. but it's about just doing it the right way and putting the right pieces in place, and you're well on your way to creating an amazing world-class brand. I hope that this was insightful for you. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I have a very special lady here with me, Melissa Edward Brown, and she is the Soul Love Coach. She'll be sharing with you how she was able to create 6 figures in less than 12 weeks during her time in the Global Brand Creation Academy. I can't wait to see you there tomorrow. And as always, live the cultured life. Ciao.